Welcome to Hub City Presents. I'm your host, Mike Warren from WDLB Radio, filling in for Chris Leonard from Hub City Times. We have a special program for you here today. We're going to be talking about a project that is going on in the city of Marshfield this summer, where we're going to be asking you for donations. We're going to give you a lot of information here on the program. With me today is Kathy Like. Kathy, welcome.
Thank you.
Also, Cheryl Hartle is with us as well. Cheryl, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, so Kathy, I'm going to turn to you first for a little background on, I guess, why we're here. We're going to be talking about a project that is going on in the city of Marshfield.
Yes.
That originated as, I guess, a community project, right, for Leadership Marshfield. Give us a little bit of the background before we get into the actual program and sort of why we're here today.
Okay. Well, last year, in 2018, we had a group of 5 of us in the Leadership Marshfield program who were given an idea that really started with Super Socks. They had a program going to help families in need dress their kids for back to school. And our team of 5 thought, wow, we could help launch that a little bit further. They said they had a much higher need than they were able to help. So the 5 of us put our heads together and said, let's call this Best First Day. Let's get new clothes to help these kids and families. And let's really launch what Super Socks is doing a little bit further.
Okay, Best First Day.
Yes.
It's a good title.
Thank you.
Only because I was part of the group that
Yes,
came
you
up
were.
with it. Just in full disclosure here, we had fun working on Best First Day, which we did last year.
Yes.
And now we're back again this year, right?
Yes, we had so much community support last year that we felt confident that we could continue it into this year. And in fact, many of the companies that did internal drives to collect clothing contacted us and said, can we do this again next year? We want to participate. So we thought with that kind of community support from businesses and individuals, let's do it again. And their support already is great this year as well.
So before we get too far in, Cheryl, I want to bring you in because you've mentioned Super Socks already and what the tie-in there is. We sort of took over, I guess, something that you had done sort of in a different version in the past, right?
Yes, we had started probably about 5 or 6 years ago trying to have a back-to-school event where parents could come and the kids could come as well and pick out their own clothes, at least a couple of outfits for the first day of school. I mean, it's just a super important day. You guys can probably remember your first day of school. I know I remember always going shopping with my mom, to get that outfit for the first day of school. So that was what we had tried to do, and we really sputtered a little bit with it. And so when I was asked to come up with suggestions for Leadership Marshfield programs, I tossed it out, and gratefully your team picked it up and ran with it last year.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. So let's get back to that Best First Day. What is the concept behind this? Because, when we sort of heard, I guess I'll call it the science behind this. I mean, there's an actual science behind the impact that a first day of school can have on a kid, right?
Yes. As Cheryl was saying, we all remember our first days back to school and how exciting it was. Well, there is evidence that if you have a fresh new set of clothes, your confidence is a little higher. You're going to do better with making friends, your grades maybe. So our team decided, let's call this project for us Best First Day, so they can have a best first day of school. And we had a vision that we continue with that we think is really important, and that is to enrich the lives of our future by having every kid dressed with confidence. So our project, our addition to Cheryl's, is new clothes only, because kids in struggling families are used to getting only used clothes. And we wanted to build their confidence with new clothes and new shoes. And we've been able to do that really well. So
I was going to say, Best First Day for some families is it's easier for some than others. Unfortunately, there are some families who are struggling for
Yes.
whatever reason, a host of reasons, which and maybe Cheryl you can speak to. You've seen over the years at Super Sox. I mean, there's just a number of things that happen that come up, and there's different reasons why families.
That's true. In the month of April, we actually did. We always ask, what the income level is in a household when they come to us, and just so that we can keep track of that and have some statistics and that kind of thing. The vast majority of people in this community that are living on less than $1,000 a month. And yes, they can get some food share and help with those things, and the pantry can help with them, but there isn't any extra. And if they have an emergency, if their car breaks down, and that's a $200 or $300, well, that wipes out any reserve they had. So clothes, we've always seen at Super Sox that clothes were kind of put on the back burner with these families. That was part of the reason the clothes closet started so many years ago. Parents won't allow their children to go hungry, certainly, but they will make them wear whatever they have, whether it fits or not, whether it's clean or not. And that was a problem for me when I first started. That wasn't fair to the kids. It just wasn't fair to the kids.
Yeah, and that's the whole Best First Day experience that, again, we have seen I was just blown away by the science of it and the actual impact that it can have on a kid, good or bad, if they don't have the clothes or if they do have the clothes, and just the night and day sort of comparisons that we heard about when we first launched this program, right?
Right.
I think we just heard amazing stories. So, Best First Day. So we go from, that to what is the actual event. So now, in other words, we're telling people about this program for a reason. We need their help, right? We need the community's help. What is Best First Day? How does this work? When is it? How do the citizens of Marshfield and surrounding areas get involved with this effort?
Okay. Well, we have 4 locations in the city of Marshfield that are taking public donations of new clothing for kids going back to school. And I believe, Cheryl, you've told us that the highest need is the elementary ages.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So this year we're running the program a little bit close to the backpack drive, and the dates are July 1 through July 26th. So Pioneer Bank, Three Oaks Health Services, United Way, and MACCI all have a box that the public can go into and drop off new clothing. We also have 4 businesses that last year participated with internal drives, and they've contacted us to do them again this year. And that's really neat because they have someone internal, like an HR manager, championing the cause and builds enthusiasm for the need and helping community kids. And so that's going on internally at those 4 businesses right now. One just wrapped up, and we got wonderful donations there again. And Cheryl is connected with about 4 different churches that are helping with that. So in addition to the clothing we're collecting, funds can also be donated. And we our group sent out a business letter to community businesses saying if you'd like to donate dollar amounts, you can send them to Super Sox, and sort of in your memo put attention Best First Day. And those funds will be set aside to buy new clothing that we don't have the day we're outfitting the kids. And Cheryl has the day scheduled this year to help registered families on August 14th. So the timing of this is just perfect to do it in July.
Okay, so that's why we want to get the word out. We want people to, if they're doing some back-to-school shopping or something now, pick up a pair. Okay, so let's go down that list. We say we're looking for new clothes. What do we mean by new clothes? What are we looking for?
Well, in getting Cheryl's advice for our team, we learned that really the kids need mostly new athletic pants, new hoodies, new shoes, socks, any kind of tops or outfits that people find will be very much appreciated.
We just need them new.
New, yes. Cheryl's clothing closet has a lot of gently used items from the community, which is very much appreciated, but our team is committed to new. Again, going back to that giving those kids confidence on the first day. There's nothing like having a brand new pair of shoes and a new outfit your first day.
That, I was going to mention that too. Are we asking for shoes too? Because I know we did get a shoe donation, didn't we, for our project?
Actually, we did last year and this year. It's pretty amazing. One of our team members, Tammy, had worked for Figgies, which unfortunately is not in the community anymore, but their parent company, Mason Companies Incorporated, is a shoe company out of Chippewa Falls, and they committed to donating 100 pair of shoes last year, this year, and we're hoping we can stay connected with them going forward. And as you know, when we opened up those shoes last year, we were just, it was really heartwarming because they were brand new, name brand, beautiful shoes. The kids were so excited to.
And I don't think a lot of the kids realized they were even getting new shoes, right? Cheryl was part of this.
Right. They did not come in expecting that, because we do tell them, obviously they know shoes are the most expensive part of just about any wardrobe. So they know that that's possibly an option that we're not going to be able to provide to them. We concentrated previously on making sure that we had new socks and new underwear and a couple of new things, so we could give them maybe one new top and then a couple of used ones. So the shoes, whenever they've been able to get shoes, have kind of been a bonus, but it was a real bonus last year. I don't think there was one kid that walked out of there without a pair of shoes, and which was phenomenal. And I think many of them put their shoes on and raced I believe someone may have actually encouraged them to race around the gym.
No comment.
Yeah, not mentioning any names, to try their shoes on. But it was fun. It was so much fun to see them.
There was one kid who didn't. He left with them on. His mom was like, "Well, no, those are for back to school." Well, I don't care. I'm gonna go home with them on. He was just so excited because I don't know. Maybe it may have been the first brand new pair of shoes he had ever
It may have been. And then we received an email after the event from a mom who said her daughter was so excited about those shoes she slept with them.
Wow.
So, just warms your heart.
We also, Kathy, I want to mention this because as part of that, I had to go investigate this. I went to, I'm trying to remember now, was it Grant? I think I went to Grant Elementary and I talked to kids about
Washington. I think about Washington.
It might have been Washington.
Yes, it was Washington.
It was Washington.
Yes.
And I talked to kids and I said, is this a real thing? I mean, the impact of going to school with brand new clothes on. What is the impact? And they told us, right from the mouths of babes came the truth about it's a big deal for kids.
Yes.
And they've seen it with their with their peer groups. They've seen the good and the bad side of that, and they told us directly those stories, and we heard them.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have a high school group of kids that works every week volunteering at Super Sox, and this is a great project actually for them to be involved in as well, because they also know, like what kids their age will wear. So I hear a lot when they're in there sorting clothes, nobody's going to wear that, or, I would wear that, and, when they're sorting the used clothes. So that gives us a lot of insight, too, on what to keep in our inventory and what not.
She's getting the inside information. She goes right to the source. Look at that.
I do.
Okay, that's great. That's
phenomenal.
what makes Super Sox such a great partner for this program, because you've been doing that for
22 years.
22 years.
Yes.
Okay. Tremendous asset in our community, Super Sox. Just amazing stuff. So what is our window here, Kathy? We're looking for donations now into end of the month, early August kind of time frame?
The end date for our drive is July 26th. And again, the 4 public places taking clothing donations are United Way, MACCI, Pioneer Bank on the north end of town, and 3 Oaks Health Services. So any donations at those locations would be gladly taken, and we'll get them to Super Sox in time for August 14th when we outfit the families.
I was going to say August 14th is the day, Cheryl, that you've set up where they come in. Now, where do we find the kids, the families? How do we know who's in need?
So the leadership group had designed a postcard that we then gave those postcards to United Way. And United Way put the postcards in the Nutrition on Weekend backpacks that went home with the kids. And they did that think we sent out 397 cards the first week in May. And then again, because there was school went on into June, they were
Still making up snow days.
so lucky they're out now. We were able to send a reminder. So if people had gotten that in May and really weren't thinking about back to school because they were just hoping the school year was going to end, then they did get a reminder in June as well. And they had to call Super Sox then or email and register by June 21st.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, our list is already set. We know roughly how
we
many
roughly
families we're going to
have,
be able to serve.
yeah, we roughly have about 56 kids so far registered. And we are still getting calls, and we're just kind of playing it by ear to see how the donations come in. We will serve everyone. If we cannot serve them on August 14th, then we will just have them come to Super Sox in the 2 weeks after that the clothes closet is open and before school starts.
So I was going to say, if they don't come on the 14th, we can still kind of reach out to
we
some
can
of those
reach out
families.
to them, sure. Yes.
Awesome. That's why we need the donations by the end of the month.
Yes.
Like now.
Yes.
Okay. And the easiest way, again, these drop boxes, they're real easy to see. They have a poster that has our Best First Day logo on it, shoes on top of a stack of books, and it says Best First Day, big black letters. They're at MACCI, United Way, Pioneer Bank right on North Central Avenue, and Three Oaks out by Hamas Park.
Yes.
Just past V&H out there. So tennis shoes, socks, underwear, hoodies, leggings is a big one we found out.
Yes.
Leggings is a big one, and athletic pants / sweatpants. A lot of kids just prefer something they can.
Like wind pants, we call them sometimes.
Sometimes we
stuff
call
like
them that, yeah. So
Yeah.
that they're just an elastic waist, so
Yeah.
it kind of fits a variety of sizes.
Yeah, and just to be able to take kids through their last year, Kathy, I mean, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Just
It
to be
was-
able to see.
It was so rewarding.
That was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yes.
That was a fun day. Anything else? Have we touched on everything that we need or want the public to know about this event or this
Well,
campaign?
the only additional thing I would suggest is if there is a business out there that thinks they want to champion an internal drive, even for 2 weeks before the 1st of August, reach out to Cheryl Hartle, and I can get them a collection box and get them started, and that would be great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's always next year.
Always next year. Okay, and Cheryl, if they do want to send in a monetary contribution, where do they send that to?
They can send that to Super Sox at our post office box, which is P.O. Box 146 in Marshfield.
P.O.
And if they
Box.
mark on the check or money order, however they send it, that it's for Best First Day, then we'll put it into that column in our books.
Okay, got to keep the books straight.
We do.
Okay, she does a good job of that, doesn't
Yes,
she,
she
Kathy?
does. And the logistics behind their business has helped
Just
us
tremendous.
so much.
Yeah, Super Sox, like I said, has been a great asset with our vision that we came up
It
with.
really has.
And we want to give kids that best first day possible of school, because that goes a long way. That could set the bar for years to come for them.
It really does. It sets the tone. Sometimes, even in a school district as large as Marshfield, kids know each other from kindergarten on, and so it's nice to be able to set that bar high at the beginning of the year.
All right, let's clothe them in confidence,
Yes.
as we say. Cheryl, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Kathy, thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck with the Best First Day initiative and the donations, and hopefully we can get a lot of those, fill up those drop boxes that we have out there in our community.
That would be awesome.
And if they want more information, 387-1796.
Yes,
Is that
that's
right?
the Super Sox phone number. Yes.
Super Sox phone number, located at First Presbyterian.
Correct.
Up on Lincoln. Is that Lincoln and Adler?
Lincoln and Adler. And there is a collection box at First Presbyterian as well.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
They have many options to donate.
Thank you. All right. Thank you both for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheryl Hartle from Super Sox, Kathy Like from Marshfield Utilities, is talking about Best First Day. Those drop boxes are out in the community. I'll mention them again at MACCI, United Way, Pioneer Bank on North Central Avenue, Three Oaks Health Services. That's the one out by Hamas Park, out by V&H, and also Cheryl just mentioned one at First Presbyterian Church as well. Otherwise, monetary donations go to Super Sox, P.O. Box 146, Marshfield, Wisconsin, 54449. I'm Mike Warren from WDLB Radio. This is Hub City Presents, filling in for Chris Leonard this time around. Best first day. Don't forget those donations, okay, before the end of July. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time right here.